Hello everybody and welcome back to this war of mine against all odds. Early winter, eternal winter challenge. Marin back some stuff, not really worth it. You got wounded, that is not fun. Let's do this. Then let's run over here and do this. We don't even need to eat today. The thing I'm working on currently, the current theory at least, is that I'm gonna need to eventually move on to what's it called? Make 2 of those into that. We're going to have to eventually work on taking out someone at some location. We don't really have the time and the protections to do what we need to do. I was about to say, we have got a very tired group of people. Anton, actually, before you go to bed, I need to send you to sleep first and foremost. I think we could do it with the weapons we have right now. That's good. As always, we want to set that up to make 8, because 8 makes it worthwhile. Because then otherwise you're only getting like 3 per go. Whereas this one we're getting 6 per turn. Okay, that's now fine for you to do that. One of those for that. We're building up a decent tolerance. You're hungry, slightly wounded is the problem. But let's put some stuff up here. And we have got the trader. That is pretty good. Anton, that's going to be your job now. Let's run and see what we've got here. Which is good. We actually only need to send one of these guys to sleep. Okay, what do I want to pick up? We want some weapon parts if we can get them. Hello? Do you have weapon parts? You do. You actually have the right amount of weapon parts. So I'm going to give you this, and I hope you give me all 3. Nice. What else do we need? Some bullets would be nice. But I feel like that's going to drop it down very quickly into other areas of stuff that we don't really need. I could get a lockpick as well. I think that could be helpful. I'm going to need more of these, aren't I? Like, I could make the hatchet with this, or I could just make enough saw blades. I have a knife. Maybe the knife will do it. I don't need bullets. If I do that, maybe. Weirdly, I think that's the smartest route here. And then maybe give you the toy part. Oh, that gives you enough. Fine. Let's deal on that. That gives me a few extra bits and pieces to defend myself with. I'm going to take one of these. This, and this should be a little bit to get me going. But besides that, in terms of other bits and pieces, we're going to have to make a lot of fuel right now. So, yeah, we're going to try this out. Where's wood? Here we go. All of this is going to turn into that. Meanwhile, Livia, you can make us a couple of saw blades. I was about to say, how many of these? We don't have any lockpicks. That's going to be a challenge. I didn't send you away, did I? No, I didn't. So you're going to actually go and grab stuff that we need for lockpicks. Put one of those on. So we do need some of them. Oh, you can have all of this tobacco. I'm not doing anything with that. Nice. I'll grab that. Grab that. No, not quite. Oh, I can get 4 of it. I think that's good. We'll deal on that. Thank you very much. And then, Anton, you can get back to doing what you're doing. You now can set this up because we need some lockpicks, because we need to take on the... what's it called? Yeah, let's just do 3 of those should be fine. Then you can head to bed. We need to put some fuel on the fire as we go past. 1, 2. We're running low on everything, to be honest. But let's see how it goes. Run to bed, then. Should be enough time for everything to be fine. The plan is now going to try and be to take out the people at the hotel. I think the hotel is the first one and the easiest one to go for. And it also means that once we take out the first guy, we get more bullets. This is the thing. They always give us more bullets this way. And I'm also going to grab some saw blades then. Do I grab saw blades? Or do we just wait? Do we cancel on the last few bits of this? I think we do. I think we get the hatchet. We do this, we do this, we do this, we do this. Right, we should have enough stuff for these. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's nice. You're going to make us a hatchet. Perfect. And then, Anton, you can run to bed. We only needed one of these people to be awake today, and it's fine. How much more do we have? I mean, that's it. That should be high enough, I think. Once he goes to bed, we're going to end the day. Oh! We don't need to worry. This is going to be the shortest episode ever, but I will... You know what? Let's run it through. And see what it goes on, and we'll discuss what we're going to do in the next episode. But, nice. That's a pretty good ending point, actually. I was about to do something I regretted. Maybe lose a character as well. Break in. Boris noticed bandits trying to break in at the bakery. and you warn the family who lived there. Perfect. Well done, Boris. Boris is going to be the name in all of these, to be honest. Our neighbour's brother got wounded by a sniper's bullet. Anton helped carry him to safety, just to prove me wrong. Anton. The park, yes, children in need that got destroyed by shelling, which was a shame. Boris met a couple of children on their own and helped them get through the park safely. Very nice. What was this one? Violent skirmish. Several soldiers were killed by Boris. Oh, that was the airport. Yeah, we took them out at the back of the airport. That was a difficult one. The rebel investigation. We looked after our neighbour. We were not ready to be taken out by that and see how it all goes. Next up, we have got Livia seeking shelter on day 21, which was very good. We helped. It all sorted itself out. And finally, peace in our times. Ceasefire. The long-awaited ceasefire finally came into force, eventually putting an end to the fighting in Pogorin. Those who managed to survive the war in Groznovia would never forget it. And then, our 4 characters. While war left deep marks on Anton's character, he returned to teaching with newfound determination, and while too old for the Fields Medal, he's still eligible for the equally prestigious Abel Prize. Livia gave birth to a boy, Miko. They stayed in Pogorin, where Miko was growing up as the city was rebuilt. After several years, Livia met Gregor. They fell in love and are now a family. Surviving the war, Marin set about finding the boy who once brightened his day. His efforts proved futile though, so he rebuilt his house and kept the action figure in the shop window. And one winter afternoon, the entrance bell rang and the familiar smile had once again filled Marin's workshop and his life with light. And finally, Boris won over everything that war threw at him and used his grit and strength to help others rebuild their lives. The memory of Anna's sacrifice and Luca's faith supported him until the end of his days. So that has been the Eternal Winter Challenge, which we have done first time of asking, which is genuinely surprising for me, but I'm happy. I'm happy we did it, and I'm happy we're going to do it. We're now going to look at what we're going to do next before we leave, so you guys have a little bit of a taste of what to expect in like a few days' time. If we go for another try. So, I think after Eternal Winter, I was going to go for one of the ones that was a bit less like this. I can't remember which one I've knocked it over as. I think Paranoia is on my list to do. We need to go back and do our cast, but the ones we've done before we're going to do at the end. Back to Basics we still need to do, so these two. And I think then Why Us, and maybe It's Cold as Hell. I think these ones are the ones that we kind of need to do. But I think it may be Back to Basics or Paranoia next time. Paranoia means that we are constantly on edge about where we've been. Back to Basics is no electronics, which could be a very difficult chance. And it's also got an early winter in it, which is kind of terrifying. Cold as Hell is also a challenge. Like, these have all got extreme challenge on them now. And then we also need to do Why Us, which is the one with Livia starting off. But we do have Slatter, who's a good morale boost, and Marco, who's my favourite character. So for now, though, we're going to leave it here. I know it's been a relatively short episode, but unfortunately this is what you're getting today. Because of the fact that I'm currently bulking in advance. I do apologise. Now would be a good time to let me know in the comments what else you want me to see. Once I've done all of these mods and this coming through, this war of mine will then take this slot, and as the scenarios end, I'm actually going to start doing a third game. At the moment I'm moving into the Dead, and then I may do some more into the Dead once that series finishes, depending on how the game is, what state the game's in. But I also want to fill in with another kind of thing in the middle. But for now, that is it from me. Like, comment, subscribe, do all your good things in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Ta-ra.